And we're back to who killed Garbage Man. Danganronpa2, we gotta figure out who killed Knight. Looks like everyone's here. This is gonna be a long one for sure. Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop, you're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. What's gonna happen? A cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends, but once we're through with this, we can go back to normal, right?
That's right!
Monokuma B said, or the Monokuma bastard said, he did it, didn't he? He said, this is the last quest trial. How can we believe that, though? But we've been tricked every way here, there's no way we can believe it so easily.
Of course not!
Can't believe it, you guys who making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I will definitely survive. If we really go home after this deal of class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all my stuff, pull off all the stuff. I mean, what's it?
You.
What the fuck? What are you doing here? You haven't realized it yet. The feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse, and we gotta see what it is! Don't jinx this.
I'll pick you up!
Damn it, stupid rabbit, you should shut up. Everyone mustn't run away from despair, you must head on. You finally realize, after losing my power, I realize the cursing your powerlessness and your fate comes to nothing. Possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself, you will have to fight. What's her deal? I don't really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe somebody else is controlling. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
That's it. Looking at her eyes, she's looking so determined. What can you tell just from looking at those button eyes? Anyways, I'm sure you can turn Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the class trial. Fine. Aw, sad face. Turn off him. However, I still understand Monami is saying you think. Anyways, let's get going. Let's get the last class trial. Alright, we need to fight as much as we can. It's possible what hopeless truth awaits us at the end. Here we go. They'll sprint to the end. Roar for big. Escalator land. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over again in my mind. Rock. Weird bit of animation there. Get digested for sure. So tight there. The elevator ride. This is the last time for sure.
Well,
Hope so. Don't worry about things. Finish it later.
Right.
More important, let's focus on the trial before us. This is taking longer than normal.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to be smooth. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he also was valuable asset during the class trial, that's right. In fact, during the funhouse, we were completely dependent on him, which made him an asshole, but whatever. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand forth and fight. Then the door slowly opened, and the bright light greeted us. Is this the light of hope or the light of despair? Dun, dun, dun. Weird timing there. Well then, now as the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of us
Shut the hell up!
Just enough to fucking start already.
Hey!
That's right. Right. This really is the last trial, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that is. Gotta show some enthusiasm to give you your
All
own.
right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end. That can't be twisted. Now let's start the class. This is gonna be something afterwards that's just like massive killing it. This is the last class trial, so let's give it all we got here and kill each other. 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. Current rise. There's no way there was 6 trials before. Oh my god, that's always so gruesome. Nagito was the ultimate lucky student who died gruesomely. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. I came across him very socially. But then he went totally insane. But his true nature held a determined thought process. Was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than else, and he did it to an absurdity. He said he yearned to be more powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said it would even help despair to prove that hope is never lose to despair. He even said he'd become the stepping stone for hope. And he always thinking completely screwy, but there were times when he saved us too. Someone killed him like that. That was the end of him. I have no idea who did it, but bam, bam, bam. There's no way we'll end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. What? I'm confused. Holy shit! Almost everybody on that panel is dead. That is insane. Gamer girl, hold on, please. Why is this absolutely? And find out. The person who finished off Nagito, the murderer of Nagito is. And there's only 2 of us here, so in order to return from the living despair, we need to reach the truth. Monokuma said this is really the last class trial. There's all the more reason we need to do this. He's gonna have us turn and kill each other, isn't he? A life-threatening trial, blowing, hoping despair, one last thing. Again, we would like to save, why not? We're saving over our 4th class trial, so kind of destroying that bit of line, but whatever. I think we'll be fine with things how they are. Should we change it to mean? Is it worth it changing it to mean? Kind is fine. Kind is fine enough. We don't need to be cruel to ourselves. Bum bum bum.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're
can we not do more of this?
What's happened to you?
Anymore?
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Rabbits have short lives, I guess.
Chesto!
Chesto? What kind of saying is that?
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Recycling footage there.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
I feel bad for her too.
Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monomi. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
I am kind of curious
too. If he was
too.
killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
There's a chance of that, but there's a chance it's not
No,
true.
that might not be it.
Yeah.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Oh god, this is a
Don't
little
say
bit of a
something so
jump.
stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
I agree. The traitor and the killer, and killer who killed Nagito. They're not necessarily the same though. Is here, right? Are they the same person? No, there's no guarantee of that right now. There's no guarantee of that at all. Or, well, what evidence we have? Tormented the world, Max, flush the lighter. Holy shit, we have a lot of.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
There's no reason for
The
that.
suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Can't prove that.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay. Oh, we needed to equip our ultimate gaming thing. If we fail this, can we set our skills up again? I'm gonna take a break quick, and then we'll get back to doing the gamer thing. And welcome back to what I'm gonna have to put together into a compilation. But I think I know what I'm looking for. We got the cheat codes, so no more time
The killer
decreases.
didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut
For
him up.
something. It
I'm
looks
telling
like
you,
that's
they were
didn't take effect.
torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was
We're
covered
gonna
with
go with a
wounds.
Monomakura count, I think.
Because the killer tortured Nagito.
Okay.
So that's why he was so beat up.
Okay, so
What
that
were they
doesn't
trying
mean
to
we
find
lose
out by
time on this
torturing
one.
him?
So we can
Definitely
shoot
the
the
bomb's
something.
hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
No, that can't be true though, because it happened at noon, right?
Damn it!
We're gonna give this another try. This is
The
gonna be
killer
annoying.
didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they
on.
were torturing him.
It's fine.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Nope, that's not
So,
the
the suspect
It's the first person
is
to
whoever
find.
found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay, we're gonna go with the torment thing and use the
Killer
time to
didn't
maybe
tape. I'm
see.
telling you, they were torturing.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Oh, come on.
Crap.
But everybody was in the place at noon, right?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
The
I'm
survival
telling
knife,
you,
the
they were
duct tape,
torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
panels.
It's because the killer tortured
Lighter.
Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
I don't
Definitely
know.
the bomb's hiding place. If so, the
We're
suspect
not gonna agree with the bomb hiding
Is
place.
whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
We're gonna try maybe agreeing with Fuyuhiko and doing the time thing.
Killer didn't take.
See if
I'm
that
telling
works
you, they
out
the reason
better.
Nagito's body.
It's because the killer.
So that's why he was. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so,
Panels.
the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Oh my god. Can't the time be something there? It's just coincidence. I'm serious.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were
counts.
torturing him.
The
I
reason
don't know how
Nagito's
to.
body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
But like, he couldn't have done that because the timing doesn't match.
Crap.
What bullets do we have here? We have the count, we have the torture wounds,
I'm
we have the
telling you,
survival
they were
knife,
torturing him.
we have
reason
the
Nagito's
duct
body was
tape,
covered
which
with
could be
wounds.
something.
It's because the killer
Plushy.
tortured Nagito.
Let's
So that's why he was so
panels,
beat up.
oil ladder.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Oh,
Is whoever
so
found
that-
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
we're gonna go with whoever
There's
found
no
the
way
bomb
I'd
first,
torture
because that can't be
someone.
true. Because the like bomb.
Killer didn't take. I'm telling you, they were.
the reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer.
So that's why. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, this
Is whoever found the bomb first.
But like that doesn't even make sense. Because the timing doesn't work. Oh god, this is so bad. Game, like, the timing doesn't work at all here. Near the grip, seeing the stab, multiple stem, lacerates, impale on the right hand, body was discovered push fan, estimated time of death. This is believed at noon sharp, which we all know everybody was at the bomb at noon sharp, so it can't be these things. Permanent wounds. Thighs there, there's rope on his arm, sleeve, see, we don't have the rope. Survival knife, survival knife is in the military base, this assumes cross there. That doesn't help me, bloodless hand. Duct tape, however, there's blood splatters. Despite moving underneath his mouth, the tape itself had a lot of crinkles on it. Mine was desperately moving his mouth underneath it. Maybe that's it. The giant spear, the monochrome ball, the lacerate one, the panels, the warehouse. Those were the blocking ones. Cause of the fire, MP3 player, Sonya's account is the bombs were fake. And the fact of the thing. Oh, this is going to be a tough one here.
Damn it! The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
We'll have to try maybe try to find a second bit here. We're having a terrible start here.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So
We
that's
can't
why
prove
he
that,
was
and the
so
time
beat
doesn't work
up.
out that.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Why couldn't I get that one? Can I
is
get it?
whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Oh. That's not what we want at all.
The killer didn't
Pray
take
me
Nagito's
absorbing
mouth to
that
shut him
bit.
up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Okay.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
But it would happen at
Because
noon.
the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
Yeah, but that happened at
What were they trying
noon.
to find out by torturing him?
It doesn't matter because
Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Damn it!
yeah, but I wish I could just say this is the
Killer
one I want to
didn't take
destroy. Yeah.
Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Oh.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Yep. Okay.
The reason Nagito's
Torture
body was
wounds.
covered
We're
with
gonna check
wounds.
those quick.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's
Hiding place, which it can't be because it doesn't make sense.
So, the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
Oh my god, why is this one not working? It happened at noon. Everybody was away from the bomb at noon. Or everybody was at the bomb at noon. Everybody has an alibi for that. Oh god.
The killer didn't tape
We're gonna
Nagito's
go
mouth to
with
shut him
the
up.
duct tape. I'm
I'm
gonna go
telling
with
you, they were
for the torment
torturing
bit.
him.
It doesn't make
The
sense,
reason
but whatever.
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer.
That's
No,
it?
that's wrong.
How is that better than the noon thing? Whatever. Whatever. Fine
Nagito's
game.
mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Oh. Duh. Okay,
If he
whatever.
was being
Fine.
tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that one game. That's
I'm
enough.
prepared.
Oh god, we're at low HP and I'm not ready for this.
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Okay, fine. Why are you fighting me in this one then?
Trap?
I don't know either, kid.
Hajime, you got caught in that trap.
Which strap? Is he gonna say that it was the wrong way? We get full HP for this? Do we have a bonus for that?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down.
Okay. Successful there.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Yeah, but there's blood underneath.
Pay attention! This is how first the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
There's
Then,
the time of
after
death.
they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Give me
Pay
the
attention!
files.
This is how at first the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No.
Then,
Flushy's
after
not
they
what
killed
I
him,
want. Lighter's not what I want. Tormented wounds.
they
is not
duct
what I
taped his mouth shut.
want. Survival enough.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
What one
Pay
of these
attention,
things is
this
time
is how it
sensitive?
went down. First, the
Spear
killer
gun.
tortured and got information about the bomb's location.
Yeah, I know.
Pay
that was
attention,
not the one
this
I
is how
wanted
it
to
went.
use.
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay.
Then,
That's
after they killed
objectively
him,
false.
they duct taped his mouth shut.
Nope.
Pay attention,
Oh
this is how
god,
it
if
went.
I just
First,
had the panel
killer
one, I would
tortured
win this in a
Nagito
second.
and got information about the bomb's location.
Location, okay.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
There's clearly a contradiction here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. I'm listening. If he's listening to me at the very end, I wouldn't have gone into trouble
Pay
repeating
attention,
myself.
this is how at first the killer tortured Nagito and got
This lighter
information
doesn't
about
make
the bomb's
sense.
location.
Torture wound.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Let's check the duct tape quick. So the duct tape has blood on it, right? Man, this is just blood splatters. However, the blood splatters on its face went under the. Okay, so it wasn't under the duct tape. I thought there was under the
That
duct
was
tape.
close, you guys.
Okay, I misunderstood
Thanks
all
to
that.
me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
So I blew that. I thought the duct tape had blood under it for sure,
Pay
but
attention,
whatever.
this is how first the killer tortured Nagito and got
Okay, that
information about the bomb's
explains-
location.
Okay, that's fine.
Then, after they killed him,
Nope, not after.
allow me to cut through those
There's no
words.
blood under it, so okay, I see.
No. There's
Okay.
no doubt Nagito's
I
mouth was
misunderstood.
covered
I
with
thought
duct
there
tape
was blood
before
under
he
it.
was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? You might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
About what,
We
Nat?
don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a
Because I'm
crush on
always
him or
right, I
something?
guess. He might. Or she might. That's a Freudian slip there, I guess, a bit. Are you in elementary
You
school
were
or
with us
something?
when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Oh, I thought it was for sure. That image was a bit weird there.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds,
Yep.
which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Yeah.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. And it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut, kids.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Don't quite know if that's true.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
That's what it appears.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Probably.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty
One
bastard.
crafty bastard. Which means it's only could be
If
one
not,
person in my
they
mind.
wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Yeah, that's like
Can't
most likely
think of
what
any
the odds.
other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Oh, it was set on the door with the long wicker thing.
Which
so it was
means
kind of.
it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
I think I counted
Killer
it.
isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Yep, wishful
Even
thinking
if
for
it
him.
was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Yep, you got it.
Setup?
Yeah, it's probably blocking the
I
plushie
do
thing.
not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
Can we get the last bit there? Like what?
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
For having an average
Alrighty
intellect.
then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
It's
Damn
right.
right
This
it is.
Damn right it is. Oh, that line was so good. The reason for the fire, I can read it out on display. So this oil lighter set up with the plushies when the door was knocked over caused a fire. Burn rope. Can I get the oil lighter? Thank you.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Probably.
The killer used some kind of
Very
setup.
likely.
He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Okay.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They
I don't
probably
think-
just threw the lighter.
Nope.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
Okay.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Yep. This is sounding like
Some
something.
way?
Like a door being knocked over.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
Nope.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No. Oh shit. That was dumb.
Crap!
What else do we got here,
The
guys?
direct cause of the oil lighter found at
The killer used something to lit the curtain on fire.
some kind of setup.
Did they use the oil?
It probably just based on the shape of it can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
What? The opening the door should have caused it.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Yep. We're gonna go with
The
throwing
killer
next.
used
I
some
thought
kind of
this was it.
setup. He lit the curtain on fire.
Listen to the whole thing quick.
setup?
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape of it can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to.
Sad.
Or perhaps intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
Intense wind pressure doesn't make sense. We're gonna go with thrown. We're gonna try thrown
The
quick.
direct cause of the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Oh, we're gonna go
Did
with
they use the oil as an
the
improvised fuse?
plushies, maybe.
Probably just threw the lighter.
No, it's
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited
I
the
can't
curtain.
hit those little shatter
Some
things.
way?
Yep, Gamer
Maybe
Chan.
they used invisible thread.
No, not invisible threats.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No, sound waves are
Or
dead.
perhaps opening the door.
There we go.
I agree with that.
The panel. Consent with Miss Sonia for the win, always.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No,
What?
not
What's the
wind
other thing?
pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
Yep.
A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right?
Yep.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create
Like
the domino effect.
dominoes. Move this slightly over quick.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them
Yes,
over?
everybody knows what
In place of
dominoes
those
are.
tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
And to excellent effect, apparently.
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second,
Okay.
and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Yep. Wonder why that hand
But
is
wouldn't
free.
it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So
Yeah.
the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino
Domino
effect.
effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Which ones do we have here? It's the music, isn't it? It has to be the music, because it doesn't make sense for anything else.
I see!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
That makes sense.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Dark inside here, our eyes are used from the brightness outside with the loud music hymn through the warehouse volume. Do you guys hear that? It's really damn loud, Nagito. Listen to this depressing crap. I'm not talking about the music. It's a cue or it started something.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll slowly open it. No, it's a problem. It'll be fine. Annika brushed off her warning and slowly open the door. Clack clack. It's not opening. There's something blocking the door. I can barely open it. I knew it's a trap. Seriously, it's okay. Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I'll just use a little more force. What happens is you slow it down. I kind of ignored our protest and mighty kick through the door. Bam.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Yep,
And when we
that's
opened
for
the
sure.
door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Man, that was a
Yeah,
risky maneuver.
and
because
that's
it
how
was
the warehouse caught on
awful,
fire.
yeah, like, not on fire at all.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Okay, yeah.
Is that a problem?
Then how did
It's
they get
a
on the other
major
side?
problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. So we have a closed room problem again. It's only entrance to warehouse problem. Problem is... Okay. We couldn't get... the killer couldn't leave.
I see!
No left.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Yep.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who?
Well,
we were
everybody
all
was
outside
saying-
the warehouse, you know.
And everybody has an alibi.
Based
for
on the
that.
patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Yep.
You don't mean...
Yep. Only one person that could have...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Can I choose the person, please, to set up the domino effect and where the person could have done it? Mr. Crazy Pants himself.
This is my answer!
Yep. So,
What if
I guess we're gonna
it was
go with...
Nagito?
Yeah, Nagito had a huge hand in this from what I can
Why'd
tell.
you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yeah, but
He
he's also a
wasn't just the
psychopath.
victim.
Huh?
Not just the victim. What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
It could be a suicide. I'm not entirely sure if it's a
His body
suicide or
was
setup
covered in
now.
torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Yeah, but how would he get the knife in himself there is the big question there.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I think 100% for
That's
that,
not
but...
the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you
So,
understand.
did he have an accomplice of some sort then?
It
or whatever?
seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Yeah.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Yeah, but was it a like hand that was free and burnt? And it's likely, he said it's impossible if you think about it too. However, there's something I overlooked. The burnt rope, I'm guessing?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Oh, come on.
tying both arms would be impossible.
Burnt.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
That won't
Or
work.
if you use your front tail?
Front tail? Jeez.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
That is. Okay, so
Actually
we
tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
Yep, okay.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Jeez.
Or if you use your front tail?
Yeah.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay, we're gonna go with the burnt rope for the tie yourself bit, because that was the one that was not tied.
Actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Okay, so that's
No,
easy
that's
peasy
wrong.
there at least. Had to hear it a few times, but to make sure.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
One was stabbed.
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before
then.
then.
For sure.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Yeah. Right arm was the knife in the hand, right. Duct tape, his right sleeve. The lighter, his right sleeve.
See!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. And Jukes, a burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely.
Yeah, but
right?
how did he stab himself with that
should
knife
be the
there?
case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
God, no, please.
You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Oh no, that's even worse.
That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, wrong for us.
I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Oh, God,
That's
no,
not what I meant. I'm
prostitution
talking
site.
about Nagito. I mean,
You're gonna
even if
sue
his
us
right
then.
hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Yep,
It's
that's true.
impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Yeah.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Wait, what? You gave me the money for that? Not only did she try to charge me, but she wants me to give back the money.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then
see.
hurry
Maybe
up
we can.
and spill it.
I'm guessing it
If
was
it's
with the
something
tape.
lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest!
Okay, so that would be $10,000, I think. 87 right hand. Definitely the right answer here. I don't know this one for sure at all. Tormented woman, birth, survival nice. Crying, monokuma pen.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Okay, we got the burnt rope.
how could he
survival
stab his
knife.
right hand with his right
Blushing
hand?
might be makes sense.
If he threw the knife into
Bleeding
the air
on the grid.
and
Nope.
let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
I think that's a bit presumptuous.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
Prop the knife
and
somehow.
slammed his right hand down on it?
No, it was on the other
Propped
way.
it onto what?
If he just propped the knife,
Yeah.
he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his
Okay.
left hand could even reach his right hand.
Okay, we gotta figure this out. Nagito could stab himself in the right hand, the palm. Here.
Even if Nagito's
We're
right
gonna
hand
go
was
with
free,
the plushie thing. Let me check what the plushie bit looks like there. Life-size plushie found on the floor right in front of the fire. Found on the floor near the fire. It has a... Oh, it's the ultimate lucky. Huge blood hole in the stomach, as if it was being stabbed. Wait, what? The life-size plushie found on the floor near the fire. Origin point. It was a huge blood hole. Stomach. Also as if it was stabbed. Don't know what else we could go for here. We're gonna go for the plushie for something, I don't know what.
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
He could, but I don't think that's the
Is he a
answer.
throwing knife expert?
He's lucky.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow.
Okay, I don't know how this one's gonna work at all, but we'll see in a second here. It feels close, but yeah.
Life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So does
So
it
the
not
blood
go
on the
into the
plushie
ground,
came
maybe?
from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
Oh, so that's not like in the ground pulling
But
him
for a
down there.
moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A
me
bleeding
too.
plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
Hoping it would burn.
Probably
That's
thought
it.
the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So
But it
what do you think
didn't.
now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
Now he
The
killed himself?
spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Yep.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't
There's a
grab a
couple
spear
ways
with
to
his
show
right
that.
hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got
Constitution.
penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
This is easy.
I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Oh man, so
Try it one
dirty,
more
man.
time.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Cut it
Like
out,
she
man.
said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while
Unless
your left
you're
hand is tied up.
So you're
Unless you haven't
saying it's
propped it up.
impossible.
Nope.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But
Yeah.
that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
I hope it works, Minimi. Please don't be it.
Monami sassing me.
So that's
But
it all.
it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
There could
Of
be.
course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said,
Always
it's true we've been
Sonia.
constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
Aw, that
No
sounds
matter
good,
how many
Jane.
times I may be betrayed.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you
Not quite
really
yet.
think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
Can I just prove it at the wrong place?
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Nothing's impossible if you think
I feel
about it.
that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
Like that long cord on the end of the
What
spear.
kind of way?
Like a long cord on the
I
end of the
don't know.
spear.
You don't know.
It's
I know.
impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
Together
That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone, working together.
Yep, for sure. She's right. If we made it this far in the ordeal, let's do it now.
All right,
Now.
let's do.
Let's do this. Can I get that blood split or the cord on the back of the spear?
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Yep.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Yep, that's also true.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No.
Or maybe he used his front tail.
Can we stop the front tail?
Idol guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Oh god.
What are you saying?
I have no clue what she's saying.
Flushing this Sonya is freaking awesome!
We're gonna... You can't rule out the left hand because it was...
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together. When the spear stuck
His
his
right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
And that rules out his left hand.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
There's no ruling out the left hand in this one. This is for sure the one that works.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Because it's not
Why?
covered in any blood on the
his
palm.
left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand.
Like there's
The
no
blood
blood
stain on
on
the
it.
palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He
And that
only
there
had
isn't
blood
any.
on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the blood stain suddenly cuts off, right?
Yep.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
Yep.
That settles the description of that blood stain. But it's not the only unnatural blood stain.
There's
Look,
one on the rifter.
there's blood on the back of his hand.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood stain. What's wrong with that?
Because
we
he was
might need
clearly
to
holding
think and
the
use our
cord, man.
imaginations for a bit.
No,
If there's
I
blood
can
on
just
his
say
palm
it.
and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood
It
splattered?
was clenched. Gripping.
See,
When
I
the
knew
blood
this from
splattered,
just
he was
looking at
probably
the
gripping
case.
with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking blood stain on his palm.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
No, you can't do that.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Thank you, Miss Sonia.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
Yep.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
but even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
It's not impossible. There's the loop-de-loop it.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
Don't
At
get sleepy,
times like
Chucky.
this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear.
But how?
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
The cord.
I see.
Easy enough.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too.
Yep.
Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yep.
Ah,
Way
you're
to spell it
right.
out, guys.
So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh?
I
And then
agree.
the blood that was supposed to end up here
Covered
ended up
his
getting
hand.
on Nagito's left hand.
There's a shot for you.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna
Because
say
then
he
he could-
ripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Now we had a counterweight on
That
there.
is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki?
Yep.
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
That is true. Nagito was gripping the cord extendedly from what a spear left. But how did he stab himself with the spear? You gotta be kidding me.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
No, I
At a
think we
time
should.
like this,
We
how
can
about
just
we
say.
stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
But
That's
it's
a
just a
long
blood
plan,
mark on
Nate.
the. Oh, what is it called? The venting thing.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
One
Let's
step at a
focus
time
on
for
the
sure.
spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
It fell on him.
How
So
it was positioned.
what was his position? The spear Nagito his face off the spear, stabbed him through the stomach just before then. Could it be to save the spear? In fact, Nagito was holding the tip of the cord. Putting things together, I should be able to figure this out. Where the spear was and stayed before Nagito was saved. Logic driver. Glad I don't have this on the media setting, I guess. Here we go. Whoa, out of nowhere. These things spawn way too late. Oh man, I hate you little things. Excuse my coughing. First question, where was the spear just before Nagito impaled him? We want to go for above him. Easy enough. Now are all the questions answered then with that? Oh, don't block me again. Moving targets are the worst here. Keep moving. Whoa. Can't boost there. Boost here, I guess. Second question. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? It was the ceiling girder. Easy peasy cover girl here. I wonder if we'll ever get one with 4 questions because it has that 4 slot there. Okay. Stay away from me, Triangles of Doom. We'll just hang out up here for a second there. It's getting really like Mario Kart Racing kind of here with how blocked it is. Third question, please. Hit me up. Third question, what item connected between the scroll gear? The spear cord? I'm going to go with this. Looks like we win. Is there another question for this? Okay, we did that flawlessly almost. We did get hit twice by it, so.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Oh my god, it's like it's
In the middle of the air?
with a giant
Nagito
cord.
did that all by himself. Did he have some sort of ESP?
And
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
yep, that's more logical.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him.
Super dangerous plan here.
And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
They're even showing the
I
clue there
noticed
for
a
the future.
slight red streak on the ceiling girder.
Okay, so we're not gonna have that as clue for the future.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
For sure.
Serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He
We're talking about Nagito.
probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Yep, that's for sure.
Then, this is for real?
Yeah.
Really committed suicide?
This seems too
Every
early for all
single
this
wound
one.
on his body. That was all him?
Yep, that's for sure.
Not just that. He did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Yeah, he's incredibly insane.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Oh my god,
Put the
it's
duct
such a
tape on
visceral
his
one.
mouth too?
Yeah.
Probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He's a crazy guy, that's for sure.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
Yeah.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
Why would he do that?
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
No, he wants us to beat up this case
Seriously,
now.
so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Okay, it's starting to feel sympathetic towards him. As stupid it was, completely mistaken. Wow, that X looks way more blood over there. It's flawed. Mind-boggling, menacing threat. He died. Forming towards the mess. I've forgotten all about it until now. Up until now, he's probably sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Yeah,
Whatever
that's true.
became of that?
That is a really good question.
Planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
But he was already dead.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
That's
I bet
true.
the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
Yeah, I agree with Freaky
You
Hiko. It's not
are
that.
right, I suppose.
Yeah,
There are some
it
questions
appears
on
we've come to a
way to it.
conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
That this is only like an hour
Probably just
long.
my
It's usually 2 hours. Something she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake that Nagito committed suicide. I feel uneasy about this because I don't know who the traitor is.
So
or
what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
It's
What do
too
you
early
think,
for
Connie?
that.
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong
And it
sometimes.
hasn't
You are
been.
right.
It's been wrong
It is
since
not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here. That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this
I
island,
don't think
right?
we're done quite yet.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer?
Oh man. There's some things about this game I
Then
wish.
voting time!
There's some
No.
things I wish
Hold on
about.
a
I
sec.
didn't know about this game, but yeah, we're gonna hold it here.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more.
Yep.
I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Yep.
Like who the traitor is?
But
That's
the
one
issue
angle.
here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
It's
No
why
matter
Nagito
how you
killed
look
himself.
at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Like we did with
Hey, what do you
Paco.
mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death.
Why did he
Plus,
do it?
It's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
I'm trying to think of that bit. Something unrelated to Nagito's death. Something couldn't mess
We're
with.
gonna keep going? And here I thought we were finally finished.
Yeah, we were pretty close to finish, but we gotta think a piece that couldn't mess with. Plushie, no, not the tape. The mark there, the lighter, the MP3. Secretly use ancient runes there. Bomb was fake, apparently there. Mask, duct tape, I don't remember. Well, we gotta find something here. Clean, the survival knife. He stabbed himself with. Left hand, the duct tape, the spear, the plushie, that is fine. That is also fine. The fire, the MP3 player. Started blaring from there. Is it maybe the sparkler system? Use the secret ancient bombs at the time, this whole thing. Knew they were fake. Apparently, he never revealed this fact to anybody else. According to Monami, I'm gonna write this on Nagito's Kanamass. I don't know what's left. Crap! Something related to Nagito's death. What's the question? I can't see it under there. Ancient ruins found the bombs were fake. Monami apparently knew the whole thing. I don't know what this is. Iron cord, for some reason the cord was covered in blood. Duct tape is fine. Rope was burned ahead of time. Display the message. Something that related to Nagito, a piece of evidence that he couldn't have messed with. Something about his death that he couldn't mess with. It looks like something caught fire. MP3 players. Something is dead. Gas mask under the bed. Nothing there. Are we gonna just start firing away? Stomach, multiple stab wounds. Furthermore, the lashing on his left hand and pale through his light. I don't know. If this was reality, I'd just be done with this. There's a thin piece of aluminum paper. Let's just do the Mono case. Okay, something was I missed here. Kylie.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's it. Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
I couldn't find it either, so don't feel bad. The victim, Nagito, his body was discovered in the warehouse near the plushie factory. Estimated time of death noon sharp. But not only that, he was stabbed in the stomach and multiple stab wounds in the thigh. Furthermore, the lashing on the left arm, impaled knife through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma was worried about is hidden here in the Monokuma file. Trying to think. The time of death, I'm guessing. Oh, it's not you, it's that. Cause of death? It's the cause of death? Oh, did it not say the cause of death there? Did we just assume it was the spear? I assumed it was the spear too. Was it the pills of poison? I need an A, please. Oh my god, did I not get that T? So much damage, but whatever. Did it not say the cause of death in there? So somebody else could have killed him with a different cause. Jeez.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh my god, I just assumed it. Not only was there stab wounds in the stomach, molds on his thighs, from the lashing the hands and paling the right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
I totally missed that
The
crit.
cause of death is obvious.
That's the trick, huh?
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Not necessarily here.
Maybe it's not
We found a bunch
included
of
if
poison,
it's
too.
not important enough to write about.
No.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth! Here he
Fifth.
goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But
That's
even
true.
during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file
was always the most important mystery in the case.
Like the time and death and something else
Are
I
you
can't
saying
remember about
that applies this time too?
this case. Which I can't remember what it was there.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
Yeah,
Are
there
you
totally is.
suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's a
that's
mistake
really
to call
can't-
Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Yeah, he was trying to do the
I just remembered
whole
that his
thing.
malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me.
Yep.
For example, would that malice just end here? Did
Even
Nagito's
through
malice
death,
drive
man.
him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
Yeah.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
In a
Because
bad
you
way, yeah.
believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I
that's
see.
for sure.
I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
Oh, every day.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
No,
I
let's not
think we should
proceed.
keep going until everyone
Voting.
is satisfied.
That's
You're
true.
right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
That's
Just to
true.
be safe, huh?
Yep, always be safe.
Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is
Yeah.
friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
No way to back
Come on,
up,
Kuma.
man.
You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've
Yeah.
come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's
Should
what I
be.
believe.
Yep, I believe it.
Splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
I've always
That's
said
right.
so.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can
Except for
shake
maybe
you.
one. If all our hopes are united, no spirit will be shaken. I think that's what Nagi would say. It's something like this. Absolutely, hope can overcome despair. He's yearning for a situation like this. This my thing Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking it. We'll call it a part there and get through this bit, and then we'll get to the second part quick.
No, no!
My heart is racing crazy like this. I thought voting was going to start, but if you think about it rationally, there's no way it's going to happen. Wouldn't have done this bit yet. Most people probably figured that out too, and you're the only one who didn't know it. I kind of knew that it wouldn't happen, but I have extra information outside the game that helped me with this. Isn't that right, Monami? How long are you planning on sulking? Get along, don't you? Right, view paths, friendship, measure by how long you can stand there. Silence is long when you're alone with somebody else. So Monami, you and I are the bestest friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. I hate you too, man. Well, I don't have to hate it that much. Besides, the fact that you snapped me like that, you don't have to trust me at all. Not even tease a 22mm. Disgusting, man. Friends are so much more shameful from being betrayed, you know? We're not friends in the first place. Then, so we're brothers. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live in life without friendship, but even sadder, lighting a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, maybe this is some demand for it. I feel for you. I'm totally a man bait. What? That was weird. We're gonna save and call it apart and get back to you in a few seconds. See ya then.